What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is showing the interior for your Spirit Halloween 2024 flagship store. Here it is in all of its glory, I guess. Here are the themes and everything. Side note, you do need to extend the build back a little bit. I'll explain that in the actual video, or in the actual tutorial bit, but yeah, here are the themes and everything. I don't have a ton to say about it, other than you will notice I did not use armor stands this year. I will explain slightly why later, although I guess it is kind of misleading, because I don't exactly explain, I just make a comment on it. But anyway, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. So, if you have built my flagship in years prior, take the outside and just reuse it, honestly. Now, there is one thing we do have to change. It's also important because of the themes this year. Basically, normally you have the front theme, which is where the front theme is, obviously, and then the back theme is off to the left. However, they're all just lined up this year. So, yeah. You need to extend the back wall back just 8 rows, and if you also do not have this exterior, I will leave it in the description or pinned comment or something, if I remember, which I should. But yeah, essentially just take this wall and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then bring it across here. If you have the inside from last year, you can reuse it. The only thing you need to change is you bring that polished blackstone back wall all the way to the back, and just remove the shelves and themes, and then we'll go from there. I don't actually have these shelves in yet. I am starting recording this before I am finished doing the build, so yeah, but that's kind of where we're at right now. And then obviously you will have to destroy this wall here. I'll try to leave a chapter or something in the video if I can remember how to, because it was weird last time I tried to do it, or put one of them in, so you know where the stuff from last year is that you won't need to redo and all that stuff, because the cash rep is in the same spot and all that. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. Kind of a weird way to start a tutorial, just bringing a wall back. Also, ceiling and floor can stay the same. I'm not really, for those of you who didn't build it last year, I'm not going to go crazy over that. I'll show you the pattern, but I kept most of it because why would I rebuild the same ceiling? Let's be real, because again, I'm sure probably more than half of you are here from last year's flagship. So yeah, just this change is kind of important. It was bound to be needed eventually, though. Let's be honest. Like, regardless of any of that stuff. And I broke a hole. At least I can enter the build through that, unless that's blocked off, which it might be. Oh, it's blocked off by the other wall. Haha, how funny. I'm gonna give myself night vision, because night vision is a lovely thing. And I'm just gonna /4 replace this wall. So with this extra space, once we get the polished blackstone walls in, I'll talk about the ceiling and floor, and do a little bit of a segment for you guys to, I guess, watch. Actually, we might start with the floor, because why not? Yeah, okay. So, from this point on, you want to break your entire grass floor and replace it with cyan terracotta if you don't have this. If you do, just do it for the extension. /fill. Oh, man. There we go. Pretty simple. Now let's fix up these front walls, and this is something that you guys will already have, as mentioned, if you just used last year's. So, you need for this particular portion, light gray concrete, black stained glass, dark oak doors, ochre frog lights, and perhaps smooth quartz, and I'll also tell you to get out the polished blackstone right now. Barriers, I guess. I think structure voids would work, but I don't remember. And we'll go orange banners, and that will get us the outer walls as well. Now, I'm in the wrong flagship. How do I do these things? From this point, what you want to do is you want to take the orange terracotta that we have, and so you should have kind of this longer portion where it's 6 diagonals like this, which is good. You're going to kind of continue this diagonal along with 2 light gray concrete going in the same direction. And then from this one, you'll go back diagonally left with a light gray. Then back diagonally left with 4 orange terracotta, which you can just block pick here. Kind of forgot about that. Then back diagonally left with 2 light gray concrete. 4 diagonally left 1. 4 diagonally left with a black glass. Then still going along this diagonal, you'll leave 2 blocks of space. Place another black glass, and then do 2 light gray concrete diagonals. It will connect diagonally to this edge right here. If you don't have an edge here, well, you should, because that actually leads outside, so never mind. You will then take the black glass and extend each one up by 2 and connect that top row along this kind of diagonal. Bring the orange terracotta up by 3. And then you want to bring all of the... Well, okay, so you have one little area here in which, essentially, if you take this furthest left light gray concrete on these 2 diagonals, or just go forward diagonally right 2, and you should connect to the orange terracotta like that. You'll then bring this all the way up to the smooth quartz ceiling, and... Oopsies, I broke the wrong block, that's great. And you do actually want polished blackstone slabs here. I did not realize they were here, but we will get them out in a minute here. I'm not going to worry about that too much. But yeah, just directly above the orange terracotta and everything. Inventory management, the usual problems. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like do some weird breaking of things. If you haven't built this before, I do apologize if this might seem like a little bonkers. It just is. Oopsies. It just kind of is, I guess. I don't know. I don't actually matter. Whatever. It's really good. These lights are in my way. I placed these because I was like, oh, they'll need to be there, yeah. And then I realized that they shouldn't be there anyway. So I just placed them for nothing. But anyway, you should have this now. Where the black glass is here, you will kind of take each edge of black glass and bring it inward with a dark oak door. They should preferably face not towards the glass. And it will give you this. In the center of the ceiling in this room, so you should have the smooth quartz here, perhaps. You want to find the center block. If you don't have the smooth quartz, just like kind of bring it across at this level. You can see it's in line with this top row of gray concrete there. But you'll find the center and place a ochre frog light in it. Bring it out in each direction by 1 to create a plus shape, and then the rest of the ceiling you will fill in with polished black stone slabs, which you can get rid of your dark oak door for. And I will, in fact, destroy that as well. Because it's trying to sneak in here. It's not allowed. Just like that. So, for the walls on the inside, you want to take this portion of the entrance here, and you want to take the light gray that is just right here, essentially just to the side of the entrance. You want to bring it is right from this perspective, but it's going left across the front with 28 polished blackstone. Then count towards the back of the build by 4, and then going back, place 3 polished blackstone, so that should leave a 3 gap there as well. Bring this, again, from this perspective right, but towards the left wall by 17. Then you're going to bring it all the way to that back wall, which should be 47 polished blackstone. Then bring it right by 64. Back forward by 48. And then you can connect back to the left with what should be 11. I'm going to make sure that number's right because I think I just did it wrong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I did. Okay. Like so. That should be your layout. You'll then bring all the polished blackstone up until you hit the ceiling, which, if you have the slabs like I do going further, you'll have to break into them. And you'll also end up bringing it kind of up and across this gap once you have a 3x3 area at that gap. Oh my lord, get out of my way. Just like this. Walls, yay. If hopefully I got this one out earlier than last year, or hopefully I do get it out, because obviously at this point I don't know. By the way, I'm not finished at this point. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I might have. I at this point in time just have this layout and the themes, so, but I don't even have all the animatronics finished on the themes. I just wanted to start this and get a little bit of a jump before I ultimately finish everything else. But yeah, I realized last year I was a little bit later because, yeah, and right now it's August 2nd when I'm recording this portion, so I think I'm ahead of the game, but you never know until you're not ahead of the game, really. So for the light pattern, I'm going to start from the back left, just because I can. And because that will give me a way to, words are hard. It will allow me to just kind of start the light pattern and show you what it is, and then have you finish it on the area that I already have finished, because, yeah, I'm ahead of the game. Not even ahead of the game, I just had that there already. Since I reuse it, it's like, why change the light pattern or anything, you know? Why remove it when it's going to be the same? Guess it does create some weird video dynamics, but that's fine. Saves me time, so. Allows this to be recorded on a random Friday while I'm trying to record a different video as well. Like, yeah. But anyway. Almost there. You may, like, stretch and move this as needed if you feel the store is too small or too big or whatever. Then, yeah. But I think the sizing is fine. Obviously, if we have to push, like, a left or right wall, then we'll get there when we get there, but... Anywho. God, this is a lot of walls. Sorry, lights, you didn't pass the vibe, I guess. Unfortunate for them. Not that they have feelings. I would assume not, at least. They're light bulbs in a video game. So. Anyway, you should have this now. It looks nice and open. Let's get those ceiling lights in. So, from the back left-hand corner, because that was what I said, you want to place a row of polished blackstone kind of up the left wall. Upside down polished blackstone slabs, sorry. I don't know why I just said polished blackstone. So this portion is weird because these are half lights. So going across, I guess across the back from left to right, you'll place 2 ochre frog lights, 2 upside down slabs, 2 ochre frog lights, 2 upside down slabs, etc. And you're going to keep this going. All the lights are 2x2s except for these guys. These guys got cut off by unfortunate wall placement. It's funny, too, because I pushed the wall back originally to, make room for more light. You should own 2 lights, by the way. It's not symmetrical. But I originally pushed the wall back to, like, the space that I already had, and then I pushed it back more, and it ended up with this both times. And we'll then place 2 rows of upside-down polished black stone slabs in front of that. And then you'll copy that light pattern except 2 times before the next row of 2 slabs. So you want 2x2s of ochre frog lights with slabs in the middle. An easy way to do this is doing all of the frog lights and then just doing a /fill keep command with the upside down slabs, or I guess the vice versa. Although I don't find that to be as effective doing the frog lights because it's less placing the slabs because it's less blocks to place and the more blocks to place, sorry, God, than the frog lights are. Because I originally, when I structure blocked this, I just had the lights in and didn't have the slabs, so I just boop commanded it. Again, 2 rows of slabs, and it's just a pattern. It's like the old pattern I used to use on builds, where it's the 2x2 lights and then two block gap in between each one. Why am I stuttering and struggling so much right now? Anyway, you do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna time lapse this because it's literally 2 rows, but you will need the pause because I have more done than you have done. Just the luck of the draw, I guess. Tough luck. But yeah. Enjoy the light placing. This is such like a pathway to I guess segment into a time lapse, but nah, not today. What? I almost did that at the beginning too. I flipped the wrong way in my inventory. So this theme is kind of strange. It has obviously the arch and everything is normal, but there's a couple photo ops and stuff which we'll have to dig into the walls for, I believe, because I think Flagship had dressing rooms. I don't know if Flagship had dressing rooms or not. I know they're back this year. I just don't know if they were at Flagship. But I know there's a photo op regardless that goes over them. I just don't know how that works regardless, and I need to see my store before I make that decision. Anyway, you'll have this once you're done. As mentioned, if you need to pause, that is fine. So, I did kind of cheese you. I recommend using structure voids instead of barriers for this, because you want to come over to this 3x3 gap and cover the top 2 rows of it in structure voids like this. Place orange banners off of said structure voids, and then you don't need those anymore. And you can actually clear your inventory. Do we need light gray concrete? I feel like we did. Yeah, we do. That's fine. Get out, just for the little counter, you need light gray that's not even light gray. Light gray concrete, stone brick stairs, and polished black stone walls. So from the corner here behind the orange banners, you want to go right and place 12 light gray concrete. You'll then go towards the front wall with 4 at the end there. And if you go to the far left and just count right by 2, you'll place stone brick stair, then right 3 stone brick stair, right 3 stone brick stair, like that. Coming out of the corner where you brought the light gray concrete from, you'll go behind it and place 6 polished black stone walls. You'll then go right by 9. Then leave a 2-block gap, place a wall, bring it forward 3, and then back left by 9. Like this. And it kind of gives you this shape, or it does give you this shape. There's no kind ofs here. It does or it doesn't. Anyway, clear your inventory, and it's time to start the ISEs. So, at this point, hello people who had the theme from, or the store from last year. Yeah, welcome back. This is hopefully where you should be in this point in time. You should have your walls, and this wall should be pushed back as far back as it will go without you having any other problems. Now, for the front ISE, let's start with the archway. You need, for this, diorite slabs, warp slabs, red nether brick slabs, yellow concrete, block of coal, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz stairs, blackstone slabs, and I guess mangrove slabs. So from the... You want to take this furthest back light gray concrete pillar right here of this kind of corner. If you are on the cyan terracotta behind it, you want to count back by 1, and then left by 5. And place a diorite slab here. So you should be in line with this glass there, I guess. You'll then bring that diorite slab left by 1, and either of those back by 1 each. Extend the back set of diorite slabs to either side by 1, and for symmetry purposes, you want to leave a 3-block gap moving left of that, and then place 4 diorite slabs. Take the middle 2 and bring them forward by 1 each. From this point, everything we do, we're basically making symmetrical, because this arch is completely symmetrical, at least on the front side. The back is not, but you'll see why later. So behind the furthest out diorite slab on either side, you will place a yellow concrete. You'll then bring it up by 3, and back diagonally in by 1. You'll then go in with another yellow, and connect that furthest inward yellow down to the ground. Take this middle top yellow and bring it down to the ground with red nether brick blocks, just using slabs. In front of the bottom red nether brick block, you want a warp slab. And you want to bring the furthest inward diorite slab back by 2, and then the other diorite slab back just by 1 to touch the yellow. So you'll have this right now. Behind these backmost inner diorite slabs, you'll place a block of coal and bring it up by 2. You can also bring that block of coal back by a row, and extend this back row up an additional 1, like this. Then from those back top blocks of coal, you'll go in diagonally up by 1, and then connect together. Still making sure that the front is shorter, like this. Now from the front blocks of coal, you'll take these top front ones and bring them each up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Those top smooth quartz blocks you'll bring up with a smooth quartz stair that faces out, and then bring them well outward with a smooth quartz stair that faces back into those stairs. Those are his goofy little hands. Bring the top smooth quartz block along with the smooth quartz stair each in with a black stone block, just using slabs. In from the black stone blocks, you'll place smooth quartz blocks, and then on top of this top smooth quartz block, place a black stone slab. Then kind of go, I guess, up diagonally right, or just right with an upside down black stone slab, like so. Now, on the underside of Jack's head, you want to place a upside down mangrove slab under the smooth quartz. Place a mangrove plank left and right of it, and I think that's all we can do with this set of materials. I believe so. Yeah, so you can clear your inventory and get out. Bamboo slabs. Hold on, let me readjust my mouse pad. I always tend to pull it off my desk. I don't know why. Bamboo trapdoors. Mangrove trapdoors. Paintings. Maybe it's because I'm just a little too far back. I don't know. Oak slabs, which we'll also use for planks. Red terracotta. Red concrete. Yellow terracotta. And I think we'll say red nether brick walls. That'll get us somewhere. So from the mangrove slabs here, you want to take the mangrove plank on either side and bring it down with mangrove trap doors that open up against the block of coal. You will then bring this mangrove setup back with the same thing, except using bamboo instead. This is to get that like striped yellow and red that a lot of this theme has, actually. In front of these top two mangrove planks, you want an upside-down bamboo slab, then have another one up into the middle. I forgot something. It's fine. We'll come back later. It's just these things need the like little toppers with red nether brick. Head to the back side of this left one particularly, and only on the left one, and just on the back of the red nether brick walls here, you want a 1x2 painting. I have it as the, it's some medieval knight dude, I think. That's a sword right there. That's a dude. That's his head. He's wearing a hat, I think. I don't know. Anyway. Actually, do we want to get this out of the way right now? Screw it, yeah. Get rid of your paintings and get out red nether brick wall, or slabs, excuse me. And on this time, both sides, you'll place a red nether brick slab on the outer 2 yellow concrete, and then a red nether brick block in the middle. There's the front arch done, other than Ghostface and Ringmaster, which I'm still trying to figure out. They might be made out of blocks this year, just as a kind of fair warning. I think I am going to change it to that, because I find that to be better. At least that's what I've been doing so far, but again, you're not getting the props in this particular portion of the video, so next time I will be more positive on what is going on. So you want to be behind the right block of coal here, section of the archway. You can see where I am just kind of chilling. If you are highlighting this cyan terracotta, you want to count back by 3 and place an oak plank. Place a slab on top of that oak plank, and then you will bring the plank itself right with a slab, and then another plank with a slab on top. Most of the planks, actually all of the planks at this particular portion have slabs on top. So what you then want to do, hold on, I'm actually going to do something on my alt account that I forgot to do earlier. There we go. What you want to do now is you want to take either plank and bring it back with a slab, plank, again with the slab on top of it, slab, plank again with the slab on top, and then you'll fill in the middle of this with oak slabs. Behind the furthest left oak plank, you want a red concrete. Bring it right with a red terracotta, and then a red concrete. Then go back with a red terracotta, and then red concrete, and then left with a red terracotta and red concrete. We'll wait on that step. Well, no, let's actually do it now. Take either of the, or each of the 4 red concrete corners and bring them up with 3 red nether brick walls. Place in between each wall an upside down red nether brick slab to kind of give you this look. It will make more sense later. Maybe, perhaps. If I decide that I want it to make sense, then it will. From this little, like, dock-looking thing in front of the mysterious, I suppose it's the fortune teller booth, that we just made, you want to take the middle kind of oak plank, sticky uppy bit, and you want to count from it left to the 4th cyan terracotta, which is this one. Place a red concrete on top. Just also so you're aware, if you trace it forward, you'll be in line with that block of coal. Left of that, place a yellow terracotta and then a red. Behind each of those 2 reds, you'll place a yellow and then another red, and connect together in the middle back with another yellow. Bring each red concrete again up with 3 red nether brick walls. Like so. Now, get rid of your mangrove trapdoors and get out warped slabs. What you want to do is you want to take the middle, on the front half of this one that we just made, you want to take the middle red nether brick wall and place a red nether brick slab off of it. Off of the bottom and inside of these slabs, you'll place warped plank from kind of each direction, so you'll have this. In between these 3 warped planks, you want a red nether brick block, and then below that red nether brick block, you want an upside down warped slab. This is the Wheel of Fortune. You can spin it, but I don't know if it actually gives you anything funny, or if it just exists. Behind this booth, you want to place behind either red concrete and oak plank with, again, a slab on top. You'll then go back with a slab from each one, and then another plank behind that with another slab on top. Fill in the middle again with oak slabs. That's the size of this first portion of the theme done. We're gonna actually make the second portion right now, or at least kind of start it, because it isn't too bad, so we might as well just kind of get it out of the way. From this back left oak plank, you want to count back by 4 and place a red concrete. Bring it right with a yellow terracotta, red concrete, yellow terracotta, red concrete, yellow terracotta, red concrete, yellow terracotta, and then red concrete. Bring the two end red concretes back with a yellow terracotta and then a red concrete. Then bring those end red concretes and connect them together with warped planks. Bring that row of planks up with an additional row of planks. And then you'll take essentially every block that isn't the direct middle or ends and bring it up with a warp slab, which is going to give you this shape. You'll then take the red concrete corners again and bring them up with 3 red nether brick walls per corner. And then on top of those, you can actually place red nether brick slabs as well. Get rid of your bamboo trapdoors, and I guess bamboo slabs, and get out smooth quartz slabs and levers. You kind of want to do the same thing that you did with the red and yellow, except with smooth quartz slabs and red nether brick slabs. I'm going to move these closer to each other. Just going in on each side, you're going to place smooth quartz slab, red nether brick slab, whatever, etc. And you're going to go all the way around with this pattern like so. You'll fill in the middle row of this with blocks instead that are kind of just corresponding to what is, I guess, touching them either front to back or even off the sides. Like that. You will take the, not the end, or not the corner red concretes, obviously, but the next red concrete in on the front, and you'll place a lever on it. And your lever may end up facing towards the front, or it may end up facing towards the back. If it faces towards the back, leave it. If it isn't, power them on so they do face towards those warp slabs. Fill in the floor in this with oak slabs, and then we're going to do one more quick inventory switch to finish this. Get rid of your levers, get out birch fence. And on top of this warp plank, you'll place going up 2 birch fence. That is that theme portion done. Now, we kind of didn't finish the front theme. So let's do that, I think. That would maybe be smart. Head back to the front left tower. And what you want to do is you want to place on top of each red nether brick wall here a warp slab. Connect them together with warped planks. And then from there you can get rid of your red terracotta. Actually, get rid of everything except for your... let me just, like, process this. Warp slabs, birch fence, and red concrete. And get out mangrove slabs, red glazed terracotta. You will not catch me using this ever again. Stone stairs. What did I use for that? Birch button? Bamboo button, actually. Bamboo slabs. Oh, look, yeah, they're back. Who would have guessed? And that should finish the front. Ah, no, we'd be 1 inventory material short. So unfortunate. Anyway, in the middle of the thing that I told you to inventory switch while making, what? Place a red glazed terracotta on the top here. Bring it up with a birch fence, and bring that birch fence towards you with 2 upside down warp slabs. On top of the first of those 2, you'll place a warp slab above it, and you'll have a little flag. It doesn't connect to the pole, but it's not my problem, honestly. Anyway, you want to, off of the front side, place an upside down mangrove slab just below this warped plank. That's all from that one. On the other one, you want to place a bamboo slab on top of every top, either red nether brick slab or wall. And then you want a red concrete in the middle top. And you'll head down to the bottom here and place an upside down stone stair, kind of facing left in between those 3 red terracottas with a bamboo button on top. This is I believe, the fortune teller photo op. There's this one, and then there's the tomb one, and I feel like there might be a third, but I could be wrong. Anyway, get rid of 1 material, or all of them. We're going to actually get rid of all of them. and get out cyan carpet and red carpet. And you just want to alternate going around these kind of oak slab things with the carpets, on top of the outer slabs at least. So you don't want to do these inner ones where you have like another piece of the theme connected to it, or these little booths. And I ended up having them patterned like this. That is what is classified as the front ISC finished. Now, for the back ISC, it is just kind of chilling behind the front themes. I don't know why it's like this, but... Well, okay, so the back ISC is replaced by a light show, or a kaleidoscope thing. So, you want to get out for this portion of the theme. Oak slabs. Yellow terracotta. This is going to get messy, I'm just warning you with the inventory. Bamboo slabs. Red concrete. Stripped mangrove wood. Red nether brick walls. Diorite walls. Packed ice. Recalculating. Blue concrete. So, from the back of the front theme, you want to take the... We'll start with the right side of it. You want to take the right side of this little water shooting game thing. I don't know if it's actually functional. I'd assume not. Well, because there's props there, no duh. You want to take this red concrete and count back from it by 5 to this cyan terracotta. Place an oak plank and a half on top. Going back from this, you will place 2 slabs and another plank with a slab on top. Then 5 yellow terracotta. An oak plank with a slab on top. 2 slabs and another oak plank with a slab on top. And you should be left with 5 blocks of space at the back here. It's not a lot, but with the way the theme is, like, it works, you know? Anyway. You will bring the... Take the yellow terracotta section first, and you'll take the furthest front and back yellow terracottas and extend them each left by 1. Take, I guess, everything in between and place 2 oak planks left. What did I do for that? Oh, you actually also want to bring the yellow terracottas left an additional block, and then above them you will place 4 stripped mangrove wood facing up. You'll connect together at the top with sideways ones, and then place a row of red nether brick walls on the kind of sides and a row of diorite walls in the middle. I believe this is where Corpse Bride is. Although I'm not positive on that, I will obviously double check once I make them, but yes. On top of the 2 end strip mangroves, you want a set of oak planks. These ones do not have subs on top. Place blue concrete in the middle and then oak slabs on top of the blue concrete. Off the middle blue concrete, place an upside down bamboo slab, and off the other 2, just place normal bamboo slabs. So, you want to... The rest of this portion is symmetrical, so whatever you do on one side, you're doing on both. You want to take the furthest... Well, yeah. You want to take the furthest forward and back oak planks and bring them left with an oak slab. Left of that, you want a yellow terracotta. And then you want to place a bamboo slab on top. Bring it in with a yellow terracotta. Up with a bamboo slab. In with a yellow terracotta. Up with a yellow terracotta. Up with a bamboo slab. And then in with a yellow terracotta. Below this top yellow terracotta, you will place 2 packed ice. And the rest of this wall can be filled in with oak planks. I'll come to the back side because I just find that easier. Like so. You can then fill in both of these gaps here in with oak slabs, like so. So this side is done, pretty much. Now, the other side is almost exactly the same. I would actually recommend starting by just... If you head to the, I guess, front, you want to leave a 3-block gap moving left, and you want to just copy the yellow terracotta and bamboo slab setup. Except at the top here, you'll bring it just kind of all the way across instead of stopping where the strip mangrove is. So it will give you this shape. You will then fill in the entire middle of this in with just oak planks. There's nothing really crazy going on here. At least on the outside. There's a little bit going on the inside, but it's still nothing crazy, I guess, so. Oh, 1 minute until Me6, or not Me6, YouTube about hopefully pings. I say hopefully because you never know. So, because of our inventory, we kind of got to do some weird things, I think, here. Well, not really. Let's not focus on this wall fully just yet, and let's kind of focus on connecting everything here. So you want to just take the yellow terracotta row here at the top on the left, and just bring it right with 3 rows, so it should connect back to the opposite portion. So now it actually is one theme and not just 2 walls. You'll take the top bamboo slabs on both the front and the back and connect them together with oak slabs, and then below the 2 corners place upside down oak slabs. Like that. Down from the, we'll say the left side, you'll place 2 diorite walls, and down from the right side, you'll place 2 red nether brick walls from those oak slabs. There will be a gap, but these are my interpretation of the shroomers. You can fit a row of fences or something in between, although that does mean you have like a, probably like a, not much space really, essentially, to fit in that gap. The audible time, I think, yeah. Get rid of your blue concrete and get out a warp sign, and you want to place a warp sign here at the top middle oak slab on both sides. I can actually do this on my alt account real quick as well. Just because the one that I'm building right now isn't actually the one that's going to stay in this world. Because next year it'll just end up being the 2025 theme. Assuming I make the 2025 theme. Anyway, you'll have this now. Get rid of your packed ice, diorite walls, red nether brick walls, stripped mangrove and bamboo slabs, and also warp signs, and get out oak vents, warp slabs, dark oak fence, white concrete, mangrove sign, and paintings. So we're actually going to start with the inside because, well, we'll do something on the inside and then we'll have to come back here. Basically, you'll have a set of 2x2 paintings on both the front and the back half. So here you'll have a 2x2 just behind these walls. You'll have one here, preferably not giving me a giant painting. And then you'll have them on the back as well. These are the... I'm going to make sure they're all different, which they are. These are all just like little projection walls, I believe is what they are. We'll come back in here for the end rods that we need to place. Anyway, on the left wall here, you want to take the end yellow terracotta and bring it out with an oak slab and then an oak plank with a slab on top. Then bring these planks towards each other with 2 slabs and then yet again a plank with a slab on top. Inside of those, place a yellow terracotta. And then go, I guess, in diagonally left with a red concrete. And then place a yellow terracotta in between those. From the original yellow terracottas, you also go kind of out diagonally with a red concrete, like that. Bring each of the red concretes here up with 2 oak slabs, or oak fences, excuse me. And then on top of that, you'll place warp slab. The warp slabs will follow the same trajectory as the base has there, so just kind of go above where the yellow terracottas are. Like that. On top of this, or off the side of this warp slab here you want a mangrove sign. This would say tickets. I didn't actually put anything on it. Fill in the roof here in with yellow terracotta. And then above it, you want to find the middle yellow terracotta here and place a white concrete. Place an oak slab on top of the yellow, or the white concrete, excuse me, and then bring it to the sides by 1, which is front and back. Place a plank below those slabs, and then bring those planks each out by 1. I would then fill in the floor on the bottom here with oak slabs. I don't know why we went up and then back down. I guess because I wanted to get that clown dude out of the way. And then what you want to do here is, if you're looking at the center of what is the Wanda Webworth little ticket booth, you'll count left and right by 1 and have a 1-block painting on both sides, which you'll need some placeholders for. And again, just make sure that they're different. That's really, I think, the only requirement. From each side of the oak planks here on the top, on both the left and right, you'll place a dark oak fence, just like this. Then bring it out with 2 upside-down warp slabs, so you're doing the same thing as before with the flags. And then take the original warp slab and bring it up with another slab. Like that. There's your flags. Again, they don't connect to the poles. It's funny. It is funny. It wasn't where my intention was when making it. I wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to make these not connect just for the memes. No, it just kind of happened. Clear your inventory. Get out cyan carpet, red carpet, and end rods. And you should probably know where this is going with everything. Around the edges here where the oak slabs are kind of being, I guess, I don't know where these little dock pillars are. The theme always has these now that I'm thinking about it. You're going to place the alternating cyan carpet and red carpet again. I like it to be symmetrical because I just do. I don't really know. There's no real reason. There is nothing blocking off this, I don't believe, but I'll double check. I did it wrong. Of course I did. Yeah, it's just kind of open. From this point, you want to head back inside of the theme and place from these kind of 2 upside-down oak slabs. You'll just place a row of end rods going from front to back. Be careful with this. I ended up somehow destroying the paintings while placing these, and I don't really know how. Like, I'll actually demonstrate real quick. Okay, I don't know how I did it. Did I place it like... That's how. Okay. Yeah. So do be careful. Anyway, there's the main ISEs done. So, as I had mentioned, the themes were not finished, and I had not finished the build by the time that these themes had been, at least, made. So, there are a couple changes we have to make. Now, none of them require breaking anything, it's just adding a few minor things. So, to start off, you want to get out birch fence, good lord, warp slabs, paintings, and that actually might be it. Oh no, glass panes, those are a thing. So, you want to start off by heading to the front here, and you want to look at the fortune teller booth. On the 3 red terracotta that are visible, you will just place 2 glass panes. I do have the gap still above here, which is fine. If you want to remove it, you can, or if you want to put a pane there, like a stair or something, you can. For me, it's not a huge deal, but what you also want to do is on top of this red concrete, you want to place a birch fence. In front of it, you'll place 2 upside-down warp slabs, and then off the backmost of the 2, you'll place another warp slab on top. Also, remember how I mentioned how this was asymmetrical, the archway? Yeah, I actually lied. There is a painting on the back of the red nether brick on the other side in the same position, just along these top 2 blocks, a 1x2. I would advise making it different, but it is up to you. Heading more so back, you want to come to the little carnival booth. I love that you can actually, like, shoot these guns, quote-unquote. They don't actually do anything, but they do light up. On this middle red concrete, you'll place birch fence connecting from bottom to top. I did not realize that was there originally. On the top middle red nether brick block, you will place a birch fence. Right of it, 2 upside-down warp slabs, and on top of the original one, another warp slab. Heading to the back side here of this, you have the warped area, and you want to just take every other warped and place a warped plank area, and you want to place a 1x2 painting. So if you start on the left, you'll leave a gap, place a 1x2 here, 1x2 directly under the birch fence, and a 1x2 here. Am I going to get the same? This happened originally. I got all 3 horses instead. I advise making them all different. I'm like, what is that luck? I'm sorry. If it happens once, sure, but if it happens twice, nuh-uh, I'm sorry. I don't think I can reasonably understand that. Okay, now it's time for the animatronics. This year, instead of using armor stands, I used blocks again. The reason being because I'm lazy and I don't feel like dying 90,000 million pieces of armor. So we will just start from the front and we'll work our way kind of around the themes. We'll start with Ringmaster, I guess first. get out for probably both front themes we should have enough materials for. You want to get out black concrete, white glazed terracotta. They glazed terracottas have returned. What did I just use them on? Wasn't it this theme? Oh yeah, it was. It was up there, right? Red banners, a Steve head, black wool, skeleton skull, a lever. Ghostface only has one arm. I'll explain why later. Light gray carpet. Sorry, light gray wool, not carpet. And we'll go with green wool, I guess. That'll get us all the way to about Towering Tallulah on the right side. So on the left here of the front arch, you want to not only warp slab, but the diorite slab to the right of it, you will break it and place a black concrete in its place. Bring that black concrete up by 1, and then up with a white glazed terracotta. On top of that, a Steve head, and then off of the left and the right of the white glazed terracotta, you want red banners. You will take note that pretty much none of these guys have arms, except for... Well, there's a couple on the back theme, and also Deathray has arms, but that's because he's just large. If you were to give him arms, you should put them, like, here. Well, that's kind of low, but you can't put it there, obviously, because there's a banner. On the other side, again, if you take this warp slab on the right side and count left from it this time by 1, you will break this diorite slab and place a black wool. On top of that, another black wool, and on top of that, a skeleton skull. Off the left of the top black wool, you want a lever. This is the knife. I think it's in his right hand. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, it is in his right hand. This is one of the ones I didn't look up. I looked at most of them as I was doing this, just so I could confirm everything. And I didn't look him up, which... now I'm second guessing. Anyway, head back to this, I guess, the second portion of the theme, as I will call it, and you want to be on the right side. This first oak slab, kind of between all the carpets, you will place a light gray wool in place of it, and place a skeleton skull facing to the left. I think it's facing left. Should be. Beyond that, you will take the back 2 slabs of this area and break them both and replace them each with green wool. On top of the frontmoor one, you'll place another green wool. By the way, this is Dark Princess here. This is Towering Tallulah. Clear your inventory and get out a zombie head. Dark oak slabs. Oak fence. This isn't actually part of Max Draw, funnily enough. Flower pots. Stone. Stone stairs. And side walls. What shall we choose here? We'll go black wool and skeleton skull again. This is for cremator, I guess. Unfortunately, Art the Clown also has a skeleton skull, but we can't do that quite yet. On top of the top green wool, you'll place a zombie head. I have it facing just angled to the right like this, because I believe Towering Tallulah's on the outside. If I confirm. I don't have step pads, by the way. I'd never make them. I was going to put them, and then it just slipped my mind. But, yeah. So, what is not part of the theme is if you come to the left side here where you have Max Straw's booth with the Wheel of Fortune, you'll place a couple of oak fences off the back of the Wheel of Fortune. Max Straw actually connects to this, at least in this version, not in real life. But this is for the wheel. Off of the bottom oak fence, you want an upside-down dark oak slab with a dark oak plank on top. On top of that, a flower pot. You probably want an oak slab under here, which if you want to actually get rid of the zombie head for, you can. Just place one right there. Anyway, behind him in this gap here, between these carpets, you want to break this oak slab and replace it with a stone. Bring that stone up by 3. And then on top of that, place a stone stair facing left. On top of that, you want a stone block. Either side of the stone stair, or off the, I guess, left and right of it, if you're looking at it, you want an andesite wall. You'll bring it down by 1 and towards you by 1, and this is Giant Deathray. He's actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't huge on him originally, but seeing him in person, he's decent. Not for 350, but he's decent. Coming to the next portion of the theme, which is this one here, the little shooting booth. Behind the lever on the left, you want to break this oak slab, place 3 black wool moving up, and off the top one you want a skeleton skull. A little taller than I would like him to be, but I can't place a skeleton skull here, because in case you can't see, there's a lever. Get rid of, I guess, I don't know, your dark oak slabs. And if you already got rid of your zombie head for that oak slab, you want to get out black concrete and smooth quartz. Behind this lever, you'll break this oak slab, black concrete, another one on top, smooth quartz block, and then a skeleton skull. That is all for the front theme. Now, we're going to start with the right side of the back theme. And you can clear your inventory. We're starting with Bobby Strings, the one I literally just purchased, actually, the day before recording this, funnily enough. Get rid of everything and get out spruce stairs, red concrete. I'm going to change this, actually. I gotta think, though. We'll say sandstone walls. And, oh my god, my brain. Hold on. I love having no brain cells. And diorite walls. Okay, yeah. That checks out. A Steve head again. Snow. Black concrete powder. A yellow terracotta. And we'll go with a dark oak stair. So on the front portion of this, you want to place off the middle of these 3 oak slabs a spruce stair facing right on top. It will be floating. On top of that, a red concrete. And, oh, left and right if it did diorite wall. We actually don't need the sandstone wall. Place a Steve head on top, and there's Bobby Strings. I originally had his arms as red nether brick walls, but I'm realizing that his arms are, in fact, not red. The perks to buying a prop, I guess. Also, his body isn't, I guess, technically red either, but it is red. It's a mix of 3 colors. Anyway, next up, on the, like, middle little stage area, you want to place, where you have these 3 oak slabs, or oak planks, excuse me. Off the left one, you'll place 2 snow, and off the far right one, you'll place 2 black concrete powder. Place a Steve head on top of each that faces towards each other. Also, I'm realizing Bobby Strings does not have his cross. We'll get that in a second here. Heading to the right behind what I have as a cyan, or, yeah, it's a cyan carpet here. Ooh, I did that backwards. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Which says middle oak slab, you'll break it and replace it with a yellow terracotta. Place a dark oak stair on top, and if you so choose, Wanda Webworth also has a dark oak stair, but I'm thinking that that's just better to not right now. It'll be floating basically in the same position, just in the middle of that booth on the left. If you really want it. Now, clear your inventory, get out oak trapdoors, blue terracotta, dark oak slabs. We will get out the dark oak stairs again because, yeah. Block of coal. Is that, I believe it's a hay bale? Yeah, a hay bale. Skeleton skull. Red concrete and blue concrete. And that will get everybody except for the little thing on Cotton Candy Dan, his little bucket. Above Bobby String's head, which is this Steve head here, you'll place just an oak trapdoor. That's his cross thing. I guess it's not a cross. I just keep calling it a cross because what else? Like, what is the official term for that? I don't know. Anyway, for Barnaby, this random dark oak stair, you'll place a blue terracotta on top with a dark oak slab on top of that. Left and right of this blue terracotta, you want to upside down dark oak slabs like this. Heading to the other side of the theme, if you start from the back here, you'll take this backmost oak slab and break it and replace it with a hay bale facing just up and down. On top of that, block of coal. On top of that, I have a skeleton skull angle just to the left a little bit. That's, I think, more than what I have. I have it more so like that, but you can have it as however, considering Nibbles does follow you. Anyway, in the middle of the booth here, the ticket booth, you want to take this bottom oak slab and replace it with a dark oak plank. On top of that, a dark oak stair facing, I guess, left, and from that, you're doing the same thing you do with Barnaby. You have a slab on top and an upside down slab off either side block. Like that. So Wanda and Barnaby have arms. I think they're like the only ones other than Deathray that have arms. On this next portion, in front of this red concrete here, you'll place a red concrete in the floor, I lied. Place a blue concrete on top with a skeleton skull on top, again angled just a little bit away from looking forward. You can then clear your inventory and get out a cauldron, if I could find it, water buckets, pink dye, and a lightning rod. And you will break this frontmoor oak slab and replace it with a cauldron. Place water in the cauldron, and then right-click with your pink dye as many times as you want, although you only need to do it once. And then you want to place a lightning rod. You're going to need a placeholder for this. If you want to place, I guess, a cauldron off this bamboo slab, you want a lightning rod where the, like, fatter end of the lightning rod is facing, or just on top of the water level like that. And that's Cotton Candy Dan. maybe next year I'll go back to the armor stands, because the blocks aren't great, but they aren't horrible either. But that's the theme's done. Now, there is one small ISC off to the left. Actually, there's two. So if you clear your inventory and get out stone slabs, which we'll probably use for blocks, red nether bricks, mangrove buttons, polished blackstone slabs, which we'll also use for blocks, at least for now. Gravel. Where is gravel? Oak signs. Lanterns. And maybe a couple I'll do like buttons and various things. Which I will explain later. So if you head to the front left-hand corner. I'm in the back corner. That's cool. Front left-hand corner is over here. From this polished blackstone, you want to count back by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And place going up here 4 stone blocks. Leave a 2-block gap moving back and do the same thing. And then in between them you will break into the wall and replace this area with red nether brick, this little 2x4. On the second row of red nether brick up, I have a couple of mangrove buttons acting as eyes. There's like, this is the tomb photo op, which I believe the dressing rooms are supposed to be behind. But I'm not really sure because we don't have them in my store for some reason, even though we were supposed to. Hold on, let me just make one minor change to make sure. Okay, yeah. You want to connect either the top stone blocks together with upside down stone slabs and extend them off the, I guess, front and back by 1, or left and right if you're looking at it. Place a row of stone slabs on top, like so. If you are on the polished blackstone directly behind this theme, you want to, or behind this little photo op, you want to count back by 7. And you want to break that polished blackstone along with 4 more behind it. So you're breaking 5 in total. You will then break up 3 rows. Apologize if I'm clearing my throat a lot. I don't know what's going on. And you want to place at the bottom row upside down polished blackstone slabs right there. In setting into the wall, you'll place polished blackstone blocks behind those, which also go up an additional row. This is where the lights are stored, and they have their own little op, or like, I was going to say photo op. They have their own little ISC this year, which I imagine this will be a yearly thing. I don't see why they would just do this for 1 year. Anyway, you'll then place oak signs off of the top polished blackstone, which is the signing, which says basically which light is which. And then you're going to need a placeholder or something. If you go from these top polished blackstone blocks back an additional row of whatever, even if you just do slabs, you'll place 2 rows of gravel on top. You can then line the little gap in your wall with polished blackstone blocks, just so you can't see into the abyss. Because, yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see inside of the spirit walls. Well, no, people probably do. But we don't want them seeing in. Anyway. Looking at this photo up top left corner, I have a lantern, and if you want to place a couple of buttons here, like on the bottom, like so, you can. These are, again, like the I call them the kaleidoscope lights. They're not. They're projection lights. But my brain is like, yep, kaleidoscope. They're not, but... Anyway, clear your inventory, and you need 1 material to finish, and that material is polished blackstone. I'm just going to mark out each shelf, and I will explain their heights and everything in a minute. So if you are in the back left-hand corner, you want to... I love just being on the wrong side on something or other. You want to, from this corner, count forward diagonally to the right by 3. Place going right 3 polished blackstone. Leave a 2-block gap. 3 polished blackstone, 2 block gap, 3 polished blackstone, 2 block gap, 3 polished blackstone. And then you actually want to do that one more time so you have 5 rows in total. You will bring the middle block of each row forward by 12. And then extend the far front block left and right by 1 again. I'm actually just going to mark on this side to start and then do everything. These are the walls. I have they're called focal walls, I think. The, like, taller walls. There's a couple of those as well. I don't have this laid out like Flagship particularly. I just laid it out however worked, so. I do apologize if it's grossly incorrect for what you guys would like. Yeah. Come to the front left-hand corner. We'll worry about bringing those up once we have all of them, so I can kind of explain. You want to count back diagonally to the right by 3 this time, and then back by 1 and going right. You'll place 3 polished blackstone, 2 block gap, 3 polished blackstone, and then from that you will count right by 3 to this cyan terracotta, and then back by 5, and place 3 polished blackstone moving right, 2 block gap, 3 polished blackstone, and then I have the rest of the space open because I didn't want to crowd the, like, beginning of the line, because if you've been to Flagship, you know how this gets. I mean, you could realistically get away with one more, but this line gets kind of crazy. Anyway, we're going to actually do the shorter ones, or bring them back, because they're easier to count. You want to take the middle of each of these more back polished blackstone rows and bring them back by 7. And then from there, you can bring these other 2 to the same distance back. Again, as mentioned, we'll worry about those once we have everything in. There is a row of them on the other side of the building, which is the right side. I was like, brain cells. From this front right-hand corner, you'll count back diagonally to the left by 3, and place going back 3 polished blackstone. Leave 2 block gap, place 3 blackstone, 2 block gap, 3 blackstone, and you're going to keep this going all the way until you're 6 blocks away from the end wall. So basically, if you place another row of these and you're way too close to the wall, then just break it. Like you can see right there, if I place another one here, I'll be 1 block away from the wall, which you wouldn't want. So you'll have this. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shelves on this side. This is probably more like Flagship would be set up. But again, I haven't been to Flagship in a couple years, so I don't know. But you will bring each of the middle blocks of these rows of 3 left by 7. And then you'll again bring the end block forward and backward this time by 1 each. Pretty easy shelves. These are better, though, than the flat ones that I normally do. I was like, I might as well step it up a notch. There's no reason for me to keep with such simple designs. I did remove the tripwire hooks because I was not about to cover all of these shelves in tripwire hooks. Anyway, you want to start by bringing now every single shelf just up with 2 rows of polished blackstone. These shelves are like shorter than this, really, or these walls, I should say. They're like probably 5.5 feet. But I felt like because of the end caps being 3 blocks wide, I wanted to make them a little bit taller because the end caps are in fact not all that big. Although again, maybe next year these turn into walls or something and we change up some things, but I'm not sure. Every year these will probably change a little bit just as I change my building and stuff and find new designs, but well, not every year, because you'll probably, let's be real, you're probably going to see this same shelf design again, but I do change my building a lot. Like, if you even use, like, God, what's a good example? I guess Remake McDonald's is still really old, but if you take some of the remakes and compare them to the refresh and even the originals as well, it's kind of pretty apparent how I've changed in a couple years. Granted, the originals are old. That original McDonald's is like 6 years old now. I was looking through that one day for one reason or another. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was looking at some of the dates and I saw McDonald's was 2018 and I was like, oh lord. crazy. And it's funny because that stands up as one of my better originals from, like, prior to 2022, I'd say, or 2021. Anyway, there you go. There's all your walls up to the 3-block height. Now, for the focal walls, which are the slightly taller walls, there's a couple of those sprinkled around. So if you're in the front left like I am, you have 2 of these longer shelves. You will take the right more of the 2 and bring it up just an additional 2 rows to make it 5. On the back left, you have 5 of these shelves, and you'll take the middle one and extend it up an additional 2. One thing I also really find, like, annoying in Spirit sometimes is how thin the aisles are, at least in my store. I don't know if they're different in Flagship, but, like, I don't know. With the costumes hanging, it's like you can't really, if there's a person in there, it's like, oh, well, you're in there, and I can't really pass you. It's going to use a different aisle without creating some interesting situation. Anyway, oopsies. On the far right here, you want to just take the 3rd shelf, basically from the front and back. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, up by 2, and then it's really just every 3rd shelf is up by 2, which ends up having you bring 2 of them up and 6 of them not touching, according to my math. So you can see you got 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Spirit Halloween 2024 Flagship store complete. Oh, that rhymed. I'm glad I got this out earlier. I do apologize, though. I realize a lot of people, like, especially last year with how late it was. If it is later than some of you would like, I know a lot of you are probably waiting, but regardless, I'm still, like, within a week, I think. So, anyway, thank you guys so much. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.